Hello, welcome back. So, in this part, we will try to understand another concept, which is the concept of transformed section. This transformed section is related to the concept that we have discussed in the previous part, which is about the modular ratio. So, with the help of modular ratio, we can understand the transformed section concept. So, before understanding the transformation, we will try to understand why we do use this transformation and why do we use this transform section concept. Well, in the working stress method, we know that stress strain relation is linear and therefore elastic theory is applicable. In the elastic theory, we know that as per assumption that the stress strain relationship will be linear, and in the elastic theory, Hooke's law will be applicable. But another assumption in the elastic theory is that the material is homogeneous and isotropic. So in the second point, I am saying formula applicable to elastic theory cannot be directly applied to the section because the section is not homogeneous. So in our case, now you see this section. In the section, we have two material. One is the concrete. So this again, I am showing the cross section of beam. And in the cross section, in the lower part, we see the three dots. So these three dots are showing the area of tension reinforcement, and the whole rectangle is showing the concrete. So there are two different materials and they are not homogeneous. They are actually heterogeneous. And because elastic theory is based on the assumption that material is homogeneous. So what we do is, again, we will try to transform this section into a homogeneous section, and this process is called the transformation, and the section so obtained will be the transformed section. So it says the equivalent. So what we are doing is we are going to transform this section in another form, which will be called equivalent homogeneous section or the transformed section, and it is being obtained by replacing the steel area. So what we are going to do is we are going to replace these steel reinforcement area by an equivalent area of same modulus of elasticity as of concrete. So we will try to replace this steel area by an equivalent area of concrete, which will be having the same modulus of elasticity as of the concrete. Now, there are some conditions that we generally follow. So the first condition is the equivalent area which we will replace for this reinforcement bar, it should be located at the position of centroid of the steel. So where the centroid of the steel, the equivalent area should be located at the same place. So as we know that the reinforcement are placed at this level, then the transformed area will also be placed at this level only, along the centroid of the reinforcement. The next point is they will develop, I mean the equivalent area which we will be transforming, the equivalent area will develop the same level of strain as in the steel. So the strain level in this steel bar will be same as in the equivalent area that we will be replacing. The third point is they will develop the same force as in the steel. The third point is it will develop the same force. I mean the force which is experienced by the steel will be same as in case of equivalent area. So now we will use these two concepts to understand, to develop some relationship. So you will see that in the next slide. So now, as I said, that what we are going to do is we are going to transform this section. I mean, we are going to change this section as the transformed section. So now in the transformed section, that you can see this hashed part. So this hashed part is the concrete part. I mean, above the neutral axis, concrete is active and it is resisting the compression force. Below the neutral axis, as per assumption, concrete is not taking the tension, and all the tension part will be taken by the steel. So now you can see what we have done is we have replaced these three bars with an equivalent area. So I'm showing this equivalent area by this single line. So this may be a large because we are replacing the same area of cross section with the equivalent area of the concrete. So it may be large, but for the sake of demonstration, I'm just showing you the small part. Okay. So now we will use some terms. Say, for example, if we say FST as the stress in the steel, actual stress in the steel. So in these steel, the stress level will be FST, which is the tensile stress. Similarly, the in the equivalent area, the stress will be, I'm expressing that as FEQ, equivalent stress. Then I'm using another term which is AST. Well, AST is called area of steel in the tension. So for example, there are 3 bars. So the cross-sectional area, total cross-sectional area of 3 bars will be termed as AST. AS means area of steel, T for tension. So in the tension, it is area of steel. So I am replacing this area of steel by, I'm using another term which is AEQ. So what we have done is we have replaced this area of steel by the equivalent area of concrete. Now, how do we find out that equivalent area? That we will see using a relationship. And M, this modular ratio is a very important ratio, and this ratio we will be using for transforming this section, this actual section, into this transformed section. So now, as we have seen in the previous slide also, that the equivalent area and the steel will have the equality of the strain, which means the strain in the steel will be equivalent to the strain in the transformed or equivalent area that we have replaced, this one. So in this area and in this steel, the strain will be same. So this is one assumption while transforming the section. So now, what is the formula that we use to calculate the strain? So we know that Young's modulus of elasticity is stress upon strain. And to get the value of strain, it becomes stress by E. So the same relationship we will be using here. So here we can see that the strain, this is called the strain in equivalent area, will be equals to the strain in steel. So this is the relationship that we will be using to get the value of FEQ. So we can say that FEQ will be FST upon ES by EC, and now we know that ES by EC is called M. So the equivalent stress in the steel, in the area, in this, the equivalent stress will be FST by M. So this is the steel. So the stress in the steel and stress in the equivalent area will be same. So now the stress in the equivalent area will be equals to FST upon M. Using this statement. Now the another statement was the force experienced by this steel and force experienced by this equivalent area should be same. So now we know that force is equals to stress into area. Stress into area. So if we replace stress by equivalent area, or stress in equivalent area and stress in steel. Similarly, area of equivalent part and area of the cross section of the steel. So we will use the same relationship and we'll get the equivalent area expression. So now in this, in the second formula, you can see the AST multiplied by FST. AST is the area of steel in the tension and FST is the actual stress in the steel. So this is the force, we will say this is the force in steel bar. then, and this one will be the force in equivalent area. So both are same. So by using this relationship, we can say that equivalent area will be calculated as AST multiplied by FST by FEQ, and we know that FST by FEQ is M. Here we can see, we can calculate this FST by FEQ by this relationship. So now here we can say that FEQ is equals to FST by M, and M is equals to, or we can say M is equals to FST by FEQ, and this is the relation that we have used here, and this is how we find out AEQ is equals to M into AST. And now you can see how this value arrived. So this value is arrived by this. So I hope you understand the concept of transform section. So in the transform section, now onwards in the design, we will be using this transform section, in which the upper part, this hedged part, will be the concrete, which will be taking compression, and this transformed part is taking the tension, but it is again in terms of the concrete, because what we have done is we have replaced this area of tension and area of steel for equivalent area of concrete. We will continue our discussion in the next part. Thank you.